Hello again, everyone, and welcome back to your mats. My name is Kaely, and I'm going to be guiding you through a 30-minute Yin Yoga class for an emotional and physical detox today. So we'll be releasing toxic emotions and some toxins within the body through some specific poses. If you've never done a Yin class before, a couple of things. We do hold poses for a good amount of time, anywhere between 2 to 8 minutes or 1 to 8 minutes. So the name of the game is stillness. So you really want to start to focus on quieting the mind and allowing the body to naturally relax into the poses with very little force. Because stillness is a little tricky in such a busy, chaotic world, there's going to be some situations or some times where you're going to feel a little uncomfortable. You might get a little irritated or frustrated, or you notice you're starting to get fidgety in the poses. That's all normal. I recommend just coming back to your breath. A couple times maybe letting out a big release can help within those uncomfortable moments with the Yin practice. If you have a bolster and blocks, wonderful. They are helpful within a Yin and restorative yoga class. If you don't, a couple of thick books, some pillows, anything that's going to feel comfortable that you can place under the body to help add some extra support. Even just a few rolled up towels will be perfect. No need to worry or get too crazy with having the perfect props. When you are ready, come down to your mat into your most comfortable Shavasana position, or just most comfortable laying down position, and start to work on your stillness. I like to start all of my classes with a little reading to set the intention for the class. I am willing to change. We are all living in a transition time. It's a time of releasing old beliefs and of learning new ones. Loneliness, anger, isolation, fear, and pain are all part of old fear syndrome, and that's really what we want to change. We want to move from fear into love. This is a wonderful, liberating thing for us. Some people get frightened because it seems to be responsibility, but it's really our ability to respond to life. Not in a victim way, but in a way that empowers us. It's a wonderful feeling when you don't have to be dependent on an outside person, and to know that you have within you tremendous abilities to make positive changes in your life. I am in the most wonderful transition time, and I am enjoying every moment of it. I am willing to change. Go ahead and continue on into your stillness. I'm going to come down and join you for a moment or two, and then I'll start to bring you into some of the Yin poses. Begin to connect to a breath that feels good for you, whether that's breathing deeply or shallow, breathing in and out of your nose or your mouth. Start to notice how stillness feels for you today. Feeling your belly naturally rise as you breathe in and fall as you breathe out. And I encourage you to stay here in this moment for as long as you need. Instead of telling yourself what to do, just allow your body to take over. Either give you the green light to move forward, or just let you linger here a while longer. If you're getting that green light, start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Roll out your wrists and your ankles. Start to bring in a little movement. And maybe rocking the head side to side. And if you have a bolster or pillow under your legs like I do, you can start to roll it down to the end of your mat or just pull it off to the side. Bringing your arms up over your head. Take a good stretch in opposite directions. And then exhale, just surrender, relax. And then roll over onto one side into a fetal position. You can use one of your biceps as a pillow, getting heavy on that side. And letting yourself rest for about 3 more breaths. You can start to push yourselves up into Sukhasana, comfortable seat. Maybe even sitting horizontally on your mat like I am. The next pose, we're going to be coming into a wide-legged forward fold. So it's sometimes nice to be horizontal on your mat, giving your legs a little extra cushion if you need it. If not, if you're on a carpet, you can face forward on your mat, whatever works for you. Just sitting tall for a moment. Grounded down through your hip bones. If sitting cross-legged is not comfortable for you, try throwing a bolster or a block under the hips to help alleviate some of that pressure in the hip joints. Hands resting comfortably on the knees. Sitting tall, lifted up through the top of the head, bringing some length in through the back. Eyes can be open or closed. Starting to breathe into the belly if possible. So inhale, feel the belly release outwards just a little. You don't have to force it out. And then exhale, letting it draw back in. Inhale moves out a little. Exhale comes back in. 3 more. Go ahead and start to take your hands to the back of the head. Elbows are open. Seated cat-cow movements. Inhale, look up, open the chest, elbows open more. Exhale, tuck your chin towards your chest. Avoid rounding the back. Just tuck the chin. Elbows come closer together, feeling a release down the back of the neck. Inhale, open. Exhale, release, tuck the chin. Once more, inhale. Exhale. Open the arms, release the hands down by your side, coming into our first hold, first yin pose, a wide-legged forward fold. Starting to take the legs as far apart as you'd like. I like to scooch my hips a little further forward. Maybe the hands stay back here and you just continue sitting up tall. Knees and toes should be pointed upwards to make sure you're not straining the inside of the knee joint. So this can be as far as you go today. If you're looking for further or a deeper stretch, hands come forward. Scooch back. Hands can come forward in front of you, and you can just start to walk the hands forward until you find the stretch that fits your body today. Rounding the back, falling forward into the pose. If you need some extra support, grab the pillow or bolster. You can just rest your head on the bolster, arms relaxed down by your side. That might be a little too much. Maybe you just have the bolster in front of you and you collapse forward. I'm not going to use anything today. Let's start with a nice little 2-minute hold. So just allow weight through the head, through the chest. Relax the body as much as you possibly can. All about surrendering to the moment, to the stillness. Stay with your breath. And taking 2 last deep breaths to release as much as possible at the end of this pose. And slowly start to walk yourself all the way up. Head can come up last, take your time. Bringing one leg forward, you can use your hands, might be feeling a bit tender, a little stiff. Legs come close together, give them a good shake up and down. Bring the soles of your feet to the mat. Feet stay closer together, hands come back behind you for support, and just slowly windshield wiper the knees back and forth. Nice counter pose. Roll your knees to one side, coming up into all fours. Thread the needle pose, so your toes can be tucked or untucked. I like to have mine tucked, it's your choice. Lifting your right arm up to start, inhale. And then as you exhale, thread the right arm underneath of the left armpit. Lower the head down to your mat or onto a block. You can always take a block under the head. Hips are going to be stacked over the knees if possible. That left arm can go out in front of you for support, or stay beside you closer to the shoulder, or rest on the low back. Two-minute hold. you'd like to go a bit deeper in this pose for the last minute, using your left fingertips, you can extend the left foot out to the side, rolling down from the outer edge of the left foot, maybe releasing the left arm back towards the low back. Couple of deep breaths. Left fingertips come back to the ground, releasing the left knee to the mat. Push down through the left hand, reach the right arm all the way up. Inhale, breathe. Exhale, right hand down, pause for a breath. Other side, lifting the left arm up, inhale. Exhale, threading the left arm under the right armpit, lower all the way down to the head, head on your mat or on a block. Take a moment, set yourself up, holding where you are, maybe extending the right arm forward or resting it on the low back. This is definitely my tighter side. Going to require a little more patience, a little more concentration on my breath for sure. Again, you can stay here, or maybe extend that right foot out, rolling the outer edge of the foot down. Right hand comes back to the mat, knee to the mat, push through the right hand, lift the left arm all the way up, open across the chest, left hand comes down all fours. Take your knees mat width apart, toes are lightly touching, sit back onto your heels for just a counter pose into child's. Relax through the arms, here for 3 breaths. Go forward to all fours. When you're ready, roll your hips down, swing the legs forward. I'm gonna face all of you so you can kind of see what I'm up to in these next few poses. Starting with your legs extended long. Start with the right leg. Right leg is gonna come up and over the left leg, drawing the right heel over to the left hip. The left leg can stay long. You could take a block under the right knee for additional support, or you can sweep the left foot over to the right hip. So now both knees are stacked on top of each other. Hips are anchored into the ground. Again, using blocks wherever you need to, maybe sitting up on a block if you feel any pinching in the hip joints, or a bolster, whatever you have around you. Hands resting on the ankles or on the knees, sitting up tall for just a few breaths, making sure there's no pain. You're welcome to stay exactly where you are, sitting tall. Or take your left hand to the right knee. Right hand comes back behind you. You're going to draw yourself into a twist. You're going to keep sitting tall, shoulders away from ears, twisting gently back, 5 breaths. From this twist, take both hands to the right side of your body and start to fold over to the right. Just for a minute. Always take a bolster or a couple of blocks stacked under the forehead if you need some help. Now let the body fall to the right. Slowly bring yourself up. Walk yourself forward. Counter twist, just gently to the left, nothing too crazy. Look forward, extend the right leg, then the left leg long. Give them some movement, shaking them up and down or side to side. And then we'll start to go into the other side. So left leg comes up and over the right. Again, that right leg can stay long. You don't have to do anything more here. Taking blocks or pillows under that left knee and just sitting tall, or sweeping the right foot over to the left. Stacking knees. That left knee might be hovering quite a bit. That's normal. It just means the hips are a bit tight. Breathe in to release some of that tension. Sitting up, eyes opened or closed. Just feeling into the pose, into the stretch. Remember, you can stay where you are or you can come into that twist. So right hand will be on top of the left knee. Left hand is going to come back. Look and twist back for 5 breaths. Nice massage to the abdomen. Starting to release some stuck energy, preparing for some elimination down the digestive tract. Coming back to center. Oh, no, sorry, not quite center, just centering to the left. Walking the hands out away from the body and allowing yourself to round forward. Off to the left. Keep the right hip glued to the mat. Falling forward more and more with every exhale. Coming all the way up, facing forward, sitting tall, little counter twist to the right. Should feel pretty good. Releasing the left leg forward, right leg. Shake it out, up and down, side to side. Sweep both legs back behind you, coming up into all fours. Bit of counter movement, a few cat-cows. Inhale, look forward, relax the belly, roll the hips up. Exhale, round the back, push the floor away, relax the head. Inhale, forward. Exhale, round. Come into all fours, roll the hips to one side, swing the legs forward. Maybe grabbing a sip of water. Keep your props close by in case you need them. And plant the feet onto the mat. Hold on to the back of the thighs. Slowly begin to roll yourself down to the ground. We'll meet in a neutral pose, hands by your side, palms facing up. Let the body settle for a few seconds. Lifting your right leg high, get a nice stretch through the back of the right leg by kicking the heel up, and then cross the right leg all the way over the left thigh. Let both knees spill to the left. Allow the right arm to open to the right. You can take blocks underneath of the right knee or pillows. I like to rest my left hand on the outer edge of the right thigh and gaze in the opposite direction of the legs. Pay attention to where you're still holding tension in the body and see if you can breathe into that area to release some of that stiffness. Keep letting the knees fall to the left. Chest and upper body opens up to the right. Relax more through the belly. Bring your head back to center, lift the knees. Little counter twist over to the right, be gentle, don't uncross the legs quite yet. Bring the knees back to center and you can switch it up. So right foot comes down, extend the left leg up, get a nice stretch into the back of the left leg, kick up through the heel, pull the toes back, and then cross the left thigh over the right. Spilling both legs to the right side of your mat this time. Left hip is going to stack on top of the right. Allowing the left arm to open. Just working on stillness, letting the body settle more and more with every breath that passes. Head comes back to center, lifting the knees. extending that left leg long. If you'd like another stretch, or just placing it back on the mat. Hands by your side, neutral pose. And one more counter pose before final Shavasana. So just drawing the knees towards the chest, maybe rocking side to side to get a massage to the back body. And start to bring yourself into that final position, Shavasana. Maybe taking a bolster underneath of the knees or a pillow or blocks under the knees. Lying on your back, your side, or your belly. Making sure that you are 100% comfortable. Hands out to the side, above the head, resting on the tummy. Allowing the body to come back into its original alignment. And staying here for as long as you'd like. If you have a few extra minutes, I recommend hanging out a little while longer. Give your body some time to catch up to your busy schedule, your busy lifestyle. I am in the most wonderful transition time, and I am loving every moment of it. I am willing to change. Thank you for your time and your energy today. Hope you have a fantastic rest of the day. When you step off of your mats, remember to be open to new opportunities, beliefs, and conversations. Be kind to yourself and to others, and most importantly, be happy. Namaste.